Thank you to Thomas Moreira for these 5 suggestions. Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and I'm back with another preview and prediction video. Today I will be doing the North Carolina Tar Heels. The North Carolina Tar Heels in 2021 went 6-7, 3-5 in the ACC with 2 losses in the season, 1 at North Carolina State and 1 against South Carolina in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. North Carolina's offensive line last year was horrid, and I mean horrid. Sam Howell at the beginning of the season was looked to as a possible Heisman favorite, but after a game against Virginia Tech week 1, and where he threw 3 interceptions, I believe, that all changed in a loss of 17-10 in Blacksburg. The rest of the season, he did decent. He ended up beating some teams they weren't supposed to, like against Virginia, they blew them out. They lost at Georgia Tech, beat Duke handily, lost to Florida State, beat Miami, lost at Notre Dame by 10, beat Wake Forest, who at that point I believe was undefeated, lost in overtime to Pitt, and then lost by 4 to NC State. So it was kind of a down. It was a very disappointing year for North Carolina, who had hopes of maybe even making the playoffs. Now, let's get out the sheet of paper and let's see what I got in my notes. So, North Carolina, Mack Brown is back for his 4th season at North Carolina. He is the 17th in Athlon's recruiting rankings for the past 5 years, which is 3rd in the ACC. It's pretty good. Josh Downs, one of their best receivers over the past couple of years, returns. The defense should be better, and they also got a transfer in Noah Taylor from Virginia. The new quarterback, they have Jacoby Criswell and Drake May. I've heard from some Carolina fans that they're pretty fine with these 2 quarterbacks. Now, will they be able to help out? Will they be able to make plays? Will they be able to not make crucial mistakes? Well, that depends. They also get 2 offensive line transfers in Corey Gaynor, graduate transfer from, I couldn't find what college from, and then Spencer Rowland, a graduate transfer from Harvard. If these 2 offensive linemen are able to come in and improve and help improve this offensive line, that'll be a big help for North Carolina. Well, now that we got that, they have players like Storm Duck, Cameron Kelly, Jaquarius Conley, Giovanni Biggers, Tony Grimes in the secondary, Chris Collins, and Miles Murphy on defense. On the defensive line. They should be in good hands there. Really, the one big question mark for North Carolina this upcoming year is quarterback, and then shortly after that, offensive line. So let's see what I have them at. North Carolina starts the season out at home against Florida A&M. Should be a nothing game. They should be able to figure out what quarterback would be best before they have a big non-con game at Appalachian State. Appalachian State would love nothing more than to have North Carolina in their place and get a big win against them. Appalachian State's one of those teams to where they thrive on being the underdog. And this game, they should be underdog. And I think that they pull it off. Appalachian State, they still have Chase Bryce, who was transferred from Clemson, I believe. They are a pretty good team from top to bottom. And I think with the inexperienced quarterback North Carolina has, maybe a little bit difficulties to the offensive line, I think Appalachian State sneaks up on them and gets a win. So you start the season 1-1. Then you go on the road to Atlanta to play Georgia State. This is very unusual, having 2 non-con group of 5 teams on the road. However, this could be another close game, but I'm going to give it to North Carolina. I think Mack Brown's going to have his guys ready for this game after a disappointing loss against Appalachian State. So I think you start at 2-1 before going to one of your first bye weeks. You have 2 bye weeks because you play in week 0. So you get a bye week before Notre Dame to prepare. You get Notre Dame at home this year. You gave them a run for their money last year when they had Kyron Williams and Jack Cohn and players like that. Those 2 players are gone. They still have Chris Tyree, but they're breaking in a new quarterback and a new head coaching staff. I'm going to give North Carolina the win. I think they get a big win here. And if you don't like that, just switch the wins between Appalachian State and Notre Dame and then call it even. But I'm going with this. I think you win against Notre Dame after the bye week, and you're 3-1 before hosting Virginia Tech. I think you drop this one, though. I think with the quarterback and offensive line situation, I think Virginia Tech's defense will be able to take advantage of that and get a close win in Chapel Hill and get you to drop down to 3-2. Then you're at Miami. I think you go to Miami as an underdog and get a big win. Miami, their one problem right now is they're bringing a new head coach, new coaching staff, and 2, the weapons for Tyler Van Dyke. If North Carolina's defensive secondary is able to slow down Miami's offense, North Carolina has a great chance of winning this game. And I think they will, to go to 4-2. Then they're at Duke. They'll get the win there. If you watched the last video, you know that Duke doesn't win an ACC game. So, 5-2 before going to their second bye week. Before playing Pittsburgh in Chapel Hill. I think Pittsburgh gets a win here. Pittsburgh is going to have a pretty good offense with Keldon Slovis, and I think North Carolina's offense ain't going to be able to keep up. So you lose here, you're back to 5-3. Then you go to North Carolina, or you go to Virginia, and you play the Cavaliers, and you get a win. Virginia is breaking a new head coaching staff. They're breaking in some more new guys on offense and defense, so I think you'll get them in a vulnerable spot here. And late in the season, when your depth is going to have to kind of help you out. After this, you have another road game. Back-to-back road games, you know what I say. And it's true. You're at Wake Forest, which they're going to be wanting revenge from last year after starting undefeated and you coming into their house, or you hosting them and getting a win against them. So I think they get a win, and you are 6-4. Now you host Georgia Tech at home. They got you last year, but I think you'll get them this year. I think you're more talented on defense this year, have more experience. Georgia Tech's breaking in some more new pieces, so I think you'll be able to get the win. So now you're 7-4, hosting NC State, and I think you get the win there. NC State without Bam Knight and the other running back. Devin Leary's a great quarterback, but he's not going to be able to carry the team on his own. So I think you get the win in Chapel Hill and finish the season 8-4. Not a bad season for Mack Brown. A little bit of an improvement from last year. Hopefully some more to work on before he's evidently on the hot seat. Maybe. Who knows? But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. The ACC is almost done. I'll work on it more tomorrow, hopefully get it finished. And if you'd like me to do any other teams after I finish the ACC, let me know down in the comments. And I'll try to get it done. So anyways, have a great day and go Dogs.